All right, welcome to the Fellas Corner podcast, where we talk about entertainment, news, and all of the above. My name is D. The other guy named OG. We're going to get right into it. All right? So, got a long conversation we're going to have today. So, we might as well kind of get it started. How you doing, OG?
Yo, I'm doing good, D.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
How's the pandemic feeling?
Yo, 2 words for you. Don't like it.
Don't like it.
Yeah, is that a compound word? Like it? Yeah. Let's say it. Don't like it.
Is it really a compound word?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, you know what I mean? My encyclopedia says it is. Don't like it.
Encyclopedia
Yeah, but
or dictionary?
I'm surviving.
How's the kids?
Yeah, they're doing good. One of the things that's going on right now with the pandemic is question marks, right? It's like, what do? You know what I mean? You ain't got a handbook about it, do you?
Nah, my kids are in Florida, so I'm good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're in Florida, but you still got another one.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
chilling.
Yeah.
The only thing I got to worry about the other one, his head's bobble all over the place.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, does it ever make you mad when all of a sudden you look at it and you be like, damn, he's too cute. How come I'm not that cute? You ever think about that?
I kind of halfway made him.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Know what I'm saying? I know most everybody going to try to say the mom made him.
Yeah.
Kind of halfway made him over there.
Nah, he's cute, yo. God bless him. But, yo, so today's topic is called parenting in this pandemic. You know, here's the thing, right? There's a lot of do's and don'ts. And the problem is that it's tough for me to tell you as a parent what to do, what not to do when I never been in this pandemic before.
I think nobody been in pandemic.
Nah.
You know, the only pandemic probably was close is when the flu back in the day.
1918, the
Spanish flu.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you know, people was wearing masks that day. A lot of people forget that. People was wearing masks.
Yep.
And obviously now people are going crazy about not wearing masks.
Yeah.
But the only reason why I think we're still spiking because there's a lot of fools out there not wearing masks.
Yeah. They don't listen.
I tell people, wear a mask. They'll get this pandemic out of the road. This is the simplest possible. Got to wear a mask.
Yo, you look at states like Florida, Texas, Houston, man, God
California,
bless them. Yo, all over the place. It's like I was watching this thing on HBO. It was a couple of people doing it in some like political like get together where everybody's near each other, but it's like nobody wants to wear a mask.
No one.
It's like just put it on.
I was watching not even a show. I was watching Facebook, and you know everybody get the news on Facebook.
Yeah.
I saw this Facebook. They was really arguing in Florida about wearing masks. Some lady said that she don't wear masks just like she don't wear panties.
What? Yeah.
that was crazy.
That too. Yeah, they walked. So she stormed out.
Stormed out. Yeah. Everybody. They calling the doctors devils.
Yeah. Like right now we're living in RI. You know what I mean? And right now we got one of the lowest, at least one of the lowest uprising of the pandemic right now. So we're doing good. We're wearing masks. But what's funny about it, the other day on the news, this dude pulled a gun on another guy because the other guy wouldn't wear a mask.
Yeah.
You think about it. Serious.
Think about it. You got Rhode Island, and next door probably has one of the worst cases in Massachusetts. Yeah. And people, in their mind, they said, don't wear a mask. Mm-hmm. But I see a lot of people on Facebook with the whole, it's like a conspiracy there. Mm-hmm. They don't believe in it. I already have 2 people in my family, or not in my family, but close people died already with it. Damn. So wear a mask. It's really not that hard. Now, my thing is, obviously we have this pandemic. Now they talk about September kids like a guinea pig. And I read, and this is just, I don't know if it's true or not, but I read that they talked about having non-white kids go to school first and then the white kids. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I don't like it, because what you're trying to do, you're trying to segregate kids from feeling either they're less important than other kids, especially if some of the kids don't look at each other and see color. They don't see any type of description of this person is this race and that. I don't like it. So that's going on where? National?
They're saying that's going to be national. So obviously, I always have to tell people, government cannot tell state officials to bring them to school. They're going to force them, but to do it. It all starts with like Betsy DeVos. Obviously, Betsy DeVos is the Secretary for Education. She is pro-choice, meaning you could choose whatever school you want to. Now, she already threatened to kind of defund the school system, basically by not giving fund whoever don't open. So obviously you got charter schools, you got private schools. So her big thing is she want to make more money because her family, her husband owns a couple of charter schools or private schools. So my thing is, it's not ready. It's not ready. No matter what you put, it's not ready. You could do all the studies you want. We're not gonna. I wouldn't want my kids to be pawns.
Yeah.
Pawns. Basically, what they are is pawns. You want to see which one die first. And I heard that non-whites do it before the whites. That was a no-go.
Yeah, I'm not with that either. I mean, I think as we get closer and closer to like the summer ending and the school year starting, I think that's when we start to look at who you're voting and who you're looking at, who your local officials, you know, who's the ones that's making certain choices right now. As a matter of fact, the other day, I was just driving down the street just to go to the corner store over there, and I'm already seeing signs about all the different district wards and who's running and things like that. So this is the time where I think we start to do the research and then choose who's going to speak for us and who's going to be wanting to do what we want to do, right?
You got to think about it. It's a political game. That's really what it is. Now, obviously, a lot of companies are using this as a way of kind of shaving off the fat. I say it like that because now you've seen companies laying off employees. Yeah. They're closing down stores. They're taking a lot of funding.
Pizza Hut's closed.
Oh, yeah. Think about how the economy is right now. Think about economy. Not a lot of people are making money. Obviously, a small business. I always say this with small business. My mom owned a small business. But your health is not should overcome money, no matter what. Because if you ain't healthy, you can't enjoy that money.
Are you gonna enjoy if you're dead?
Exactly. A lot of the small businesses, that's the problem. That's just like the kids. The reason why they want the economy to be open, they want the kids to go back to school. Yep. It's political and all about money, all about greed. That's all it is.
So if that happens, do you like this homeschooling?
You know, at first,
distance learning.
At first, it was not a bad idea, but it is a problem. I don't think a lot of the kids, they're not grasping the fact that it's school. I think most of the time when they learn something, it's gone. It's gone by the end of the day because they're thinking about other things. Yep. Now, as I say, I'm not for opening schools, but I am for a plan.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I do feel like out of the United States, I think much other countries are a little bit smarter than us. No matter how we put it, it's just a little bit smarter than us. And I do
we're like on the last list of like these countries that have like overcame like the harshest part of this pandemic. You know, we're like somewhere last on
it's just because we're not listening. And I do get it, but we're not listening. We said we should just do a quarantine for 2 weeks. Everybody just shut the whole thing down for 2 weeks. Wear masks. Don't wear masks. Stay home to be safe. But we're just not listening. And that's the problem. Now, obviously, with this situation, we've been on this little corona
since March.
And the economy is actually going down because of it too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's been some like waves. You know, we went down pretty good. There was we had our stimulus. So that kind of, somehow pushed us back up a bit, revived any certain companies that needed help. I think the governor also sent out like a $600 increase. Yep. To anybody that was laid off, or if they weren't laid off, they were just collecting. They did that for a bit. So I think we're just kind of on the base of like this economical like drop.
And then think about it, the $1,200 they gave us, I don't even think that was really enough. And it's one of those things. It's just, I feel like it was something that people was getting bought out from, because obviously the election is around the corner. $1,200 to get people happy, and you got to keep in mind you kind of saving face when you get someone $1,200.
Now the $1,200, I mean, I have to do more research, but isn't it $1,200 that eventually we're just giving right back to the government?
I had a big argument with someone on Facebook because of this, because as I heard,
a portion of it, I think, right? Because we get taxed.
I heard the business portion is most like your loan. And if you think about it, like a bailout loan for the small businesses. Now, you think about it, we're getting $1,200. My question is if it's going to be part of our income, because that could make a big difference. Because you get taxed on your income.
I think you will get taxed on it.
So you think about it, you get taxed on that $1,200. They're getting their money back. Regardless of how you feel, not a lot of people actually got anything really back from taxes this year. When all the tax reform that we have, not a lot of people making a lot of money from taxes. So I think it wasn't enough. And even if even if we starting to raise it, to get a second wave of the $1,200 or whatever, it just don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
My guts, we just have to do some type of quarantine, just a nice basis. So think about what China did, think about what Finland did, think about what everyone else did. Just do a nice little quarantine, do it for 2-3 weeks, and just be done with it. Just be done with it.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it was Taiwan. I think I saw they had the whole streets empty. Nobody was allowed to leave the house. Yep. I saw like this video where like it seemed like it was like cleaning crew was spraying throughout the streets. You know what I mean? Like any bacteria, whatever they can do. It was like nobody was allowed to leave the house.
So you're telling us Americans we don't care?
It's like we're in our own ways.
We're in our own ways.
It's like it's that cavalier mentality. It's like, hey, don't tell me how to live my life. I'll live my life. That's the mentality. And it sucks because sometimes when you think like that, you're not just affecting yourself, you're affecting other people. Now, sometimes kids.
And I think that type of mindset is the reason why we're in this problem, whether it's the Black Lives Matter movement, whether it's the Corona movement, whether it's just ignorance, and whether it's just silence. That's one of the reasons why we're in that matter. And obviously, we're going to talk about Black Lives Matter in a different episode. We ain't talking about it in this one. But the next question I have is the economy. How you feel the economy have hit you?
Well, here's the thing with the way the economy has affected me. I mean, I'm fortunate. I work for a company that was able to make sure that I stayed, as financially stable as possible, keep me working. So I'm happy for that. Thank God I was able to just continue that. So so I feel good about that. I didn't spend money really before, so it's not like as if like I spent money more now.
But you know what I know about this little economy now? I don't need most of the stuff that I was buying before. Mm-hmm. I noticed that ever since staying home for about 3 months, I don't need a lot of crazy stuff. Back in the day, I used to just go and just buy stuff. Go to Target, get a nice little shirt for myself.
Buy it.
Ever since this Corona, don't need that much money anymore. Yeah. I'm starting to realize I overspend on a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
sometimes I don't know what I spend money on sometimes because you're right. I'll go to the store. I'll see there's something over there on the shelf. I'll grab it. Yep. I don't know where it is right now.
I don't even know where it is right now. And a lot of people, a lot of people do them breaking up now because people can't cook. that's a big thing too. That's
important.
Oh yeah, a lot of people saving money by breaking up with people.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's funny if you spend less now at the stores. I think now we spend more on food.
Exactly.
Because now you're getting delivery.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a delivery fee. Yep. There's like a convenience fee, I guess. And then the food itself. Yeah. So you're right. People break it up, which is funny because it's like the stores are not making as much money, but the restaurants, I think, at least the ones that are getting
doing the food delivery. Yeah. The problem is people can't cook. So what they doing now? They break it up. Yeah. So a lot of people, they just starting to realize, you got that fine looking woman, fine looking men all of a sudden. Like, hey, what are you cooking for today? I don't cook that ramen noodles and spaghetti.
The problem is that if you try to go to the grocery store now, they have a line outside.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And sometimes if you're the type that are dedicated in cooking, you're waiting that line.
Yeah.
If you're not, you're turning around and be like, I'll just order something.
I gotta thank the girl that I went out with a long time ago to teach me how to cook. It's not really
you cook.
Not even her that teach me how to cook. Let me tell you a story. I used to love this girl. She was a good cook, I tell you. I couldn't cook. It's all McDonald's, Burger King. That's all it was.
Yeah.
But I broke with her, and she just kept on saying, "Hey, come over. I'll cook for you." I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta eat some of this." So every time I go over there, I'm starting to realize, like, listen, this chick trying to get me by getting I feel on my stomach. So the first thing I did went to YouTube, learn how to cook. Watch Gordon Ramsay. He was making some good chicken. I tell you, it was some good fried chicken. Made that bad boy, blood was all in it. It was done. It was disgusting. But at least I know how to cook. Yeah. At the end of the day, I wasn't with that girl
no more.
Food
poisoning?
No, I didn't eat it. I thought it was good. You know how did you see those things on the Instagram, those food porn things? It looks banging.
Yeah.
I thought it was good, and then I just cut it. Blood.
And then you just got up.
But men, learn how to cook. Yeah. Men learn how to cook. Women learn how to cook. Hey, you gotta learn how to cook. These girls don't cook no more. Men is like the one that cook. But
you gotta. See, I'm spoiled, yo. Like my girl, she cooks. So
that's how she got you. That's how she got you.
If she walks out the door, I got ramen. I could do that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Everybody could do that now.
Everybody could do that.
No noodles, you could do them in spaghetti now.
Oh, yeah. Yo, speaking of that, like, I know it's a jail thing, right? Ramen all over the place. Remember, Bernard Hopkins?
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, I was listening to an interview one time. He told me that, he loved to cook so much when he was in jail, because he was in jail for, I think, 10 years or something. I forgot what it was. He said that while in jail, like, since there was no ramen noodles that he can cook, he made a homemade microwave. He got a shoebox, and then he put it near the window and heated up to his side.
What, you did a MacGyver?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, and then he put like bread in that box. It toasted the bread, and that's how he made. So for yous out there, if you guys don't have a microwave, just get a shoebox.
Get a shoebox.
What I mean? Yeah, you can do that.
See, I'll probably be a bad contestant on the 30 days. What was that movie? The 30 days. What's it with that? Where it's like TLC, where you naked
and afraid.
Naked and afraid.
Naked and afraid.
I'll be bad. I know how to. I'm very. I'm adaptable. I can adapt to a lot of situations.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know
if you could survive in this pandemic, you can survive on an island on Naked and Afraid. I'll tell you that right now.
How you could survive on? At least you got money in this pandemic.
Here's the thing, right? It's kind of far-fetched comparison, but here's the difference, right? You brought it up earlier. Like the last pandemic was the 1918 flu, Spanish flu, I think it was name, and many, many people died. So far we've been fortunate enough to stay out of the realm of getting the coronavirus, COVID-19. We've been able to do what we have to do.
That because I got that bitch please get away from me type mentality.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's what you got to do. So if you're on an island, if you see a steak, you say, bitch, get the fuck away.
Now, my thing is, Naked and Afraid, and if it's a girl, butt naked, why would that'd be tough?
Well, so they are. Yeah, it is what it is. Now,
you think they're doing something?
Well, yeah, they gotta.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
I mean, the thing is, it's on TV. They're gonna cut all that. I mean, if you could watch Jersey Shore, right? Yeah. And Jersey Shore, every episode somebody's getting ass, right?
Yeah.
So
but the question is, why Jersey Shore? People getting ass because they just want to be on TV.
Yeah, but
you gotta think about it.
Yeah,
Naked Afraid, they don't want to be on TV. They want to survive because they gotta be some monetary thing with Naked Afraid.
Naked Afraid, that's even a higher level of want to be on TV. You're gonna go as far as say, I'm gonna be on TV, and I'm gonna be naked on TV. At least in Jersey Shore, you'd be like, yo,
they blurred out the pussy and the penis.
Yeah, but they're still naked.
At the end of the day, it's some monetary. They just trying to see if they can survive.
Yeah, but they know being naked is part of it. They ain't gotta be naked if they don't want to. They're being naked because they know that's the way to stay as cool as possible.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So for them, it's like I know what I'm getting myself into. And plus, the money's good too.
Oh yeah, it gotta be good.
Only problem.
I don't know if it's gotta be good, but you lose a lot of weight.
Yeah, you lose a lot of weight.
I feel like a diet.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about it. Just go on Naked Afraid.
I don't think you gain money unless you finish the whole course.
True.
Right? Because when it starts off, they drop you off on a part of that island. You got to make it across.
Yeah.
There's different terrains. There's the forest and all of that. And they tell you the helicopter's going to be here on Thursday, the 20th.
You're right. You better get your ass over there. My question is, how the hell they know it's the 20th?
Yeah, that's a good point.
How they know that it's obviously a little crazy because how they know it's the 20th?
I don't know. But they tell them because they'll say, hey, for 12 days, you're going to be here. And you have 12 days to do this and do that and make it to the end. Right. If you're not there by the time, and I'm sure they know. And plus, you got like producers, and I'm sure you got like some health people.
Yeah.
Like you ever seen that surviving show with Bear Grylls?
Yeah.
I think at the end of the episode, it says that during his like adventures wherever he is, they give him granola bars. You know what I mean?
What you gonna do with a granola bar?
But I'm saying they help him out. Just to make sure that he doesn't die.
He's like wobbling and shit, getting fucking granola bars and water. So you basically you telling me the way to survive this coronavirus, go on Naked Afraid, lose mad weight, beg a chick for Naked Afraid.
Well, I'm saying if you could survive this pandemic right now, you can survive naked and afraid.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You can't even take a shower. The fucking like snakes go in your vagina and stuff.
Yeah,
that's a little bit too much. Now you know how I survived this pandemic, especially with economy and everything. Just don't go out. Just stay your ass home.
Stay home.
It's good that you have a girl and you stay your ass home. You might get a lot of pandemic babies coming on, but stay your ass home. Don't worry about nothing. That's really what the gist of every single thing. You're right. Yeah. No matter how you pull it.
You know what's funny? Going back to the kids. How to parent through this pandemic. It's like we joke, we laugh about it. it's pretty serious, but it's like sometimes it's like this is the only way you can kind of, live day by day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because as parents, sometimes you have to try to be strong for your kids. And if you can't come across looking all weary, feeling like, this is like the worst and the world is coming to an end, then at that point, how the hell are your kids going to be upbeat? How are they going to be
surviving? The funny thing
I
know it's about kids, especially in the pandemic, they don't care about the other stuff. They care about whatever that's in front of them.
Yep.
Whether it's video games, their parents, books, school.
Yeah, that's it.
The probably the adults, and I think we have to probably learn a little bit more from them. They don't care. They don't care about it. Like, I'm over here going on my Facebook, hearing craziness on my Facebook. I'm over here worried about this. They don't care. They just want to just live like a kid, and that's it. And I think we have to probably take more cues from the kids. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Because we worried about everything. Because I'm worried about
Mm-hmm.
shit. What if the job gonna start laying off people because you're at home?
Right.
Worried about if I go back to work, what I'm gonna get the kids sick.
Yeah, that's right.
What else? Got to worry about what kind of food you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to gain weight, so you got to worry about working out, going for a walk. Then you have to worry about wearing a mask.
Yep.
It's almost like I see that meme with Obama walking. He was like, wallet, keys, oh shit, mask. That's all. That's all I worry about right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wallet, keys, mask.
Yeah,
it's really what it
yeah,
is.
It is.
That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now when you're gonna bring back kids, obviously we're gonna bring back kids to school, and eventually they got to go to school. No matter what, they got to go to school. So we have to worry about
It's like
they're gonna get sick. Oh yeah,
they need.
you have to worry about they getting sick. Worry about something's gonna happen. Worry about if you're at work, how you're gonna get picked them up. And what about if you're at work, if you're gonna get sick, if some customer gonna come out of nowhere and they're gonna just cough in front of your face, and then what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You can't do nothing because you have to worry about your job and everything. So I think they should lay off on going back to school.
Yeah.
Probably do it for around October, November. I know a lot of people don't want to do it, but it's our own doing. We don't want to wear masks. We don't want to have they try to say it's freedom of speech. It's a free country. And at the same time, you don't care about the free country. You're killing off people. Just wear a mask. That's all you have to do.
Yeah. Now, us living in Rhode Island, we have like one of the lowest mortality rates, percentage by capita based on how many people.
But think about it. We had the lowest mortality rate, but it's not the people from Rhode Island that created the coronavirus. It's someone who visited a region. They came to the United States that had the coronavirus.
Right, yeah.
So even if we have the lowest, at the end of the day, it might spike up.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, they're not doing any tests. They're not doing a lot of tests. A lot of people forget that they're not doing a lot of tests. So it might be a lot of people with coronavirus that we don't know. Because what the government trying to do, they try to do less tests, so obviously the numbers don't spike up. So think about it like that. So you said Rhode Island have the least, but how many people are doing tests in places like Central Falls, places like Pawtucket?
Yeah, probably not enough.
Exactly.
Probably not enough, but I still think that overall we're better off than a lot of other states.
Yeah.
So sometimes,
but we're the small state.
We're a small state. we are.
Think about it. It's better off in one state. I could drive from exit 1 to exit
we're
28 in 45 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 45 minutes, I think, from the top, the northern, the most southern part. I think 45, 50 minutes, you're already there. So yeah, you're right. I would say we're a lot more responsible than other states is what I'm saying. I
don't know about if it's responsibility or we don't know. Think about it like that. It's one of those things because, as I said before, think about Central Falls, think about Pawtucket, think about Providence. Not a lot of people can afford tests or not doing tests. So if we start testing how many people in Rhode Island, if it's 10 million people in Rhode Island, if we start testing 10 million people, I guarantee you'll see that thing spike up. Because that's exactly, it's like you don't know, don't show what's in the hood, like Ice Cube from Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood. If they don't know, don't let you know, you don't show. They just don't give a damn. Basically what it is.
Rest in peace, John Singleton.
John Singleton, Ice Cube. That was an amazing movie, I tell you. A lot of people don't get that, give Ice Cube respect for that acting job. He was on Ice Cube. He was on Boys in the Hood.
I think he gets respect.
You think so?
Acting,
they think he gets more respect being a producer than being an actor.
See, I think how you can win this argument is that a lot of the movies he's in, he's the one that produced or written that movie.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Where Are We Now? What was the other one that he did with All About the Benjamins?
All About the Benjamins.
With, not Omar, the other Mike Epps. The
question is, who's your top 5 rapper turned actor?
Is Will Smith considered a rapper turned actor?
Was he? Is he considered a rapper turned actor?
So here's the thing, right? And this is where you got that email out there. So we can have our followers email us and tell us what they think.
Oh yeah, they go on our Instagram at Fellas Corners.
Fellas Corner at Instagram, right?
Yeah. And
you could tell us if you guys consider Will Smith the rapper turned actor. And the reason I say it like that because I was just a couple of years ago I listened to an interview with Jazzy Jeff, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of rappers, whatever, they got in the game. They were rapping when they were kids on the corner, and then eventually they hooked up with this dude or that one, and then they got into the music business. And so with them, they were just like, yo, we just want to get girls. You know what I mean? They were like, how do we get girls? And then I don't know if it was Jazzy said to Will or Will, he's like, hey, let's just, girls like music.
But the funny thing, I think he's an actor turned rapper. I don't know if he's a rapper turned actor. Will Smith. Was he?
He rapped first.
He rapped? What?
Of course.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Oh, probably in line with it. You sure?
I'm positive, yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive that he did that. Mm-hmm. I think he was like a extra on some movie out there, and then he did Fresh Prince when him and Quincy got together.
If you think about it, in my mind, LL Cool J should be number one. LL Cool J, because he still have his TV show that's still one of the best TV shows. Yeah, I know. NCIS LA.
Which one?
NSI LA.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about the one in the house. Is that what?
No, that's a successful. That's a successful black show.
The one with Debbie Allen.
But the NCIS LA, when the white folks kind of go back on that, it's gonna be one of the best. But he got LA, he got In Too Deep.
In Too Deep.
Oh, remember that? That was a good movie.
That has Omar Epps.
That Omar Epps on there. He has
SWAT.
He has a good run. Now it's not blockbuster, but it's a good run. Mm-hmm. Then you got to put Tupac in there because he has a lot of influential. But I'm thinking that he didn't have that much, so you got to be 3 or 4 on there. Then you got to put the Ice Cube as number. I think Ice Cube got to be number 2. Even Ice-T, if you think about it, Law and Order. But at the end of the day, I don't know if his rap career was really like crazy.
So how do you come up with the? Do you balance out the rapping with the acting, or is it just the best actor that used to be a rapper?
I think it's the best
because I'm gonna stick with my Will Smith target.
He's a stretch. He's a blockbuster. If you put him
you know what, followers out there, you know what? I'm sure you guys are gonna agree with me. He is a rapper. Right, because
that's blockbuster though. His movie career was way better.
Don't understand.
He did win a Grammy though. He did win a Grammy. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
He won a Grammy.
He won a Grammy. Yeah, that's one that him and Eminem.
Yeah. Eminem said, "I do custom workers."
Yeah, Will Smith is like, "I never swore that like that." Eminem's like, "Go F yourself."
Like fuck yourself.
So here's the thing, right? He was a rapper. Parents just don't understand. Nightmare on My Street, something about Mike Tyson. Those are good rap pop hits. They got radio airplay. Summertime is a classic. Summertime. Yeah, right. That's a classic right there. And then, I don't know about you, but I consider Denzel Black White the best actor.
He's not a rapper. That's not even.
No.
He's gonna be number one.
I'm not
Tom Hanks, Denzel, Leo.
I know all of them, right? Tom Cruise. No. So I'm getting. My point is, aside from Denzel, the next actor that I would watch, I do like Keanu Reeves though. I like John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick
would be Will Smith.
Yep.
And the fact that Will Smith is that high on my list, and he happened to come out with some rap albums, he's number one. Okay. So if you're telling me, who'd you say LL Cool J is your number one?
I think LL Cool J would be number one.
I don't.
Longevity. LL Cool J. I think LL Cool J. The Tupac should be up there. Then I think Ice Cube. Tupac just didn't do that much.
Nah, he did
Ice Cube. Ice Cube should be up there.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of It's a lot. It's a very tough game.
Put DMX on there.
DMX had like 2 or 3 good movies. 2 or 3, but he only had really 2 movies that was him starring it.
Yeah.
So he had Exit Wounds.
Exit Wounds.
He has what's that movie?
One with Jet Li. That was another one, right?
Yeah, that was another one.
Was it Sylvester Stallone? I'm thinking.
No, Jet Li.
Belly.
No,
that's not.
That was DMX.
Yeah,
that was a good one too.
I think it was directed by Hype Williams.
I tell you, DMX
was like probably one of the best.
If he did not do any drugs, he would have been perfect. I tell you, he would have been the next one if he didn't do no drugs.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying?
New Jersey. He lives in Rhode Island right now.
Oh, he does?
Oh, yeah. He lives in North Kingstown.
I thought that New Jersey's where he started to
what you talking
turn.
About? You think a stretch or something. I don't know.
No, because I know he went to Arizona.
This guy from Yonkers. He went to Arizona, man, had mad kids. He got from Yonkers.
Yeah.
Not in New Jersey. He probably went across the bridge and chilled with us in New Jersey, but we ain't owning that dude.
It was in New Jersey where I think.
We're not claiming him.
No.
We're not claiming the guy.
in a TMZ video when they caught up to him, he was taking
stop trying to get Jersey bad names, bro.
I'm not giving their Jersey. My sister lives in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's so. That's like me saying, yo, a guy, California's the worst. My sister live in California. It's the best.
I'm saying I like New Jersey.
You know what I'm saying? Jersey. Yeah, everybody hating on Jersey. Talk about we the armpits of the United States. But y'all motherfuckers like to come over there and chill with us.
You know what it is? It's because Atlantic City. That's what happened.
Atlantic City have been buried a long time ago.
All the right spots. You guys got Jersey Shore. You got Atlantic City.
Yeah.
I'm missing something.
Wildwood. We got Wildwood on that bad boy.
Huge. I know
we
that's
got Hoboken now.
Hoboken's
Hoboken's like the ritzy. You know that Cake Boss? He's in Hoboken. Oh yeah. Yeah, we like the ritzy one.
Dude, like if you ever go to Vegas, you ever been to Vegas?
Nah.
You got to go to Vegas, my brother. You got to go. So anyway, if you go to Vegas, you got a lot of the casinos. They have a lot of restaurants.
Yeah.
We went to what was it? Not the Bellagio. Not that. It was another.
That's a Trump thing. Bellagio.
That Trump Tower's down the street actually, which is funny because he doesn't even own it. They just keep the name.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's like I forgot what hotel was. Me and my dad. We walking through the hallway, and you see nothing but like pastries. And then we come across the Cake Boss's pastry.
Yeah.
There's a huge poster with him on. He's like the only one with his face, because everybody knows him.
Yeah.
So it's like his poster is right on front of the door with his huge face just looking at you, and it's like, I think I want one of his cake right now. He's just staring at you. Everybody else don't got a picture.
The funny thing is, he probably never been there that long. He's probably once or twice.
Yeah, but that's how huge he is.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude's all the way. He's making cupcakes.
Cakes. Yeah, I don't even think that he really do designs anymore. He has like a show now on Cooking Network. They do like a cake designs.
Yeah. Him. He versus the other.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to catch it. I
don't know about all that. Those cakes look good. I don't know if it's like appetizing because they be putting a lot of fondant on there. They put like fondue, whatever the fuck that shit called. No, it's just fondue. There's no fondue. Fondue is it's totally different. Is it fondue? No,
fondue is that cake, that like jelly cake.
Nah, it's like it's nasty. It looks like it's thick.
We need to get like a cake specialist on the show.
Yeah, right. We don't get a cake specialist. We don't. I'm not doing no goddamn cake specialist.
Is it flan?
You think you could talk to a cake specialist for an hour? I highly doubt.
Yeah, what do you say?
What do you say? How you make those cakes?
Yo, how much sugar should I put?
Yeah, how much sugar? What? 3 grams?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, do I put milk or egg first?
Milk, yeah.
Put them at the same time.
I would say cake cooking is I think cake is a skill. You got to follow a lot of direction, but cooking is a passion. That's what it is.
I'll go with that. Since you're the you know what I mean, the studio chef.
Chef.
Yeah. Since you're
cook is a skill.
It is.
Cake is.
I'll defer to you on that.
Yeah, you have to have passion to cook food because you don't need to have a recipe really. If you already know that recipe once, you can learn the recipe again. But doing cakes is a skill because you have to learn directions. You got to follow direction, learn it to a T. Because one little thing of salt would make that whole cake disgusting. Crazy disgusting.
Yo, would you consider making a cake the greatest waste of time in history?
I don't know. I'd rather just go buy cake.
Because you can take probably a good hour and a half to make the cake.
I'd rather buy a cake.
And then you only have about, 2 or 3 days to eat that bad boy?
True. And unless you freeze it. You can freeze it.
Yeah, but then if you don't, it's already gone. So you spent all that time, and it's already gone.
You can freeze the cake, though. You can
freeze the cake, but is it still going to be the same?
Probably not. You can't heat it up.
It's not maybe it's not the greatest waste of time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a lot of hate and emails for that.
Yeah, who else? They know. They know cooks and.
So hold on. So I love the topic you said earlier, and I gotta go back and put my 2 cents back into the top 5. I like that. That's a great topic you brought up. Top 5 best rapper turned actor. Right. Top five. Is Machine Gun Kelly in that list?
Was he even a rapper? Mumble rapper?
I don't know. Mumble, yeah. I bring that up because I saw this thing. You remember back in the day, 90210?
Yeah.
Yo, MGK took Brian Austin Green's girl on a movie set.
Yeah.
Yo, and then all of a sudden, Brian comes out. He's like, yo, I can't fight. That's how she feels. I can't fight it. Yo, dude just rolled up, just took his girl just like that right on the show.
That's like the whole show, too. Of him trying to figure out how to get that girl back.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like that the whole show.
How about Eminem? He did do
one show, though. One movie. 8 Mile.
No, he did another.
He only did 8 Mile.
He didn't do... no, he did 8 Mile, but he didn't do another one?
No. That guy wasn't even going to be an actor. Like, that guy wasn't not going to be an actor. Think about 50 Cent. 50 Cent did 1 too. Oh, 50 Cent did 3.
Ooh, that's a good one.
He did 2 or 3.
That's a good one.
Well, he did. He did Get Rich or Die Trying.
He did a lot. He did that one. He did.
Oh, you know, it was another. I just saw him on Netflix. With he had it with Gerald Butler.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And he did one.
Expendables? No.
No.
No, it's not Expendables.
No, it's one with Gerald Butler, and then he did one with Ray Liotta.
I don't know which one.
Let me do my research.
Yeah, you gotta do that
because he did it. It was a good one though.
Yo, so here's the other thing too, and I think he now falls right into the category of Ice Cube. So I probably say Ice Cube could be number 2 on that list.
But he's gonna be more for producers because all the shows are Power too. You think about it.
So he did Power. He did the one
Den of Thieves and All Things Fall Apart.
Den of Thieves. I saw that one. That has the dude from The Wire in it.
Yep.
Like the was it second year season 2?
Yep.
The nephew. He's the main character on that one.
Yep.
So the thing with 50 Cent, he did Power. He's doing Life. Have you seen that one?
That's the one. I did see that one. I saw like one episode of that one. One episode.
You don't like it? Good show.
You know the funny thing is, I like 50 Cent, but I don't even like watching Power. Power is not a good show to me.
You don't like the sex?
I don't like the sex. Lala. You
like Lala?
You think Lala? I think Lala is hot, but something about her.
Hot, but it's just something I don't like about her acting.
Yeah.
And I'm not even hating like some people hate on her, like on Twitter, Instagram. It seems to me her characters are always the same.
She's on
There's not a lot of range.
She's on the Shy.
That's the thing with Shy. It's like the same actor.
Yeah.
Same character. I you know what I mean, like, yo, God bless her. You know what I mean? She's trying to, you know, do other things. She could just sit back where Carmelo's like 60 million and do nothing, right?
She's cute though.
But she's like, yo, I want to.
She's like cute in a different way though. Like she's cute like regular girl cute.
Yeah. But she's still annoying in her characters.
True,
it just doesn't, you know, I'm not a fan.
It's not a fan. Not a big fan of that one.
She was great on TRL or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's the only time I remember her.
But so Life, you haven't seen Life?
No, I haven't seen Life. I saw one episode and I just stopped watching it.
I got you.
See, it's hard for me to get into these shows. Mm-hmm. Like I watched Game of Thrones for the first time last year around February, and I got hooked. Then I tried to watch The Wire, and I couldn't do it.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, I couldn't do The Wire.
You got into episode 5 or 6.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm done.
And then you didn't text me back after I asked you something.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done.
Then I forgot what it is.
Yeah, usually I get the block button after people start texting about The Wire.
And then you stop liking it.
Yeah, it's just something about The Wire.
What did you like about it?
I didn't like it. I didn't like The Wire. I don't know why. You know what? I hate cops, informant type shows. Game of Thrones was intriguing because I could learn stuff. I could kind of figure out how to do stuff. That's like I like The Watchmen. I love The Watchmen. That's a cop show, and I love The Watchmen. I love but the Wire, just too much.
I like how you said that. So it's like that, like portrayal or maybe betrayal of certain cops using their power to like, I don't know if it's to an extreme degree, but I guess I like it for the story.
Yeah, it's just too much in the story.
You know,
and it's all over the place. Like one season this, one season that, one season that. Just to me, it's like too much.
Yeah, that changed.
Just like The Watchmen was good. Defend Him Jacob was good. I love Defend Him Jacob. Game of Thrones was good. I like those type of shows. Like I could watch Law and Order SVU all day.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah, Law and Order SVU is good. Law and Order is good.
Yeah, I think it's just too dramatical.
It's the same thing after a while. It's the same thing after a while.
This one died. Let's figure it out.
Yep.
It must have been.
Must be the brother.
Yeah,
must have been the boyfriend.
The
must have
husband's
been
wife.
The kids.
You know, killer was this one that nobody thought, but they did think it was.
But you ever watch Defend Him Jacob?
Nah.
Defend Jacob's a good one.
Show?
That's Apple TV.
Oh yeah, I got you.
It's about what is it about? It's about Chris Evans in it.
Oh, Chris Evans,
yep. Captain America.
Captain America. That's
so
right.
basically about someone on there, and then what is it about? It's about let's say your kid kills someone. So let's say your kid kills someone.
Yep.
And you're a lawyer. You have to defend your kid.
Okay.
But in your whole show, you think that your kid killed him. And you kind of suspect that your kid killed him, but you still got to defend him because you just believe that he didn't do it. That's that whole show.
I can relate. I can understand.
Yeah.
So through it all, if where's the conflict? I guess
the conflict
because the parent is gonna do it no matter what.
But all stacked up
Is
against
it when
him.
the parent figures out that he did do it, and then it's like
The parents, it's all stacked
that's a
together.
moral thing?
You gotta watch it. I ain't gonna ruin it for you, but it is a moral thing. It's really a moral thing.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, yeah, it's like so. I have 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I know one. You kind of know what kid is sneaky, what kid is the good one,
Yeah.
what kid's the little angel, one kid's the little sneaky little devil.
That's right. That's right.
So you kind of figure out no matter what that little sneaky little devil. You know he did something, but it's your son. You're like, I'm not gonna do it.
And then sometimes it's like, how do you even prove it? You know he did it.
Yep.
How do you prove
How
it?
you prove it?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but the good one telling you he did it, but sometimes you know that good one's sneaky as hell, but you don't know if it's really true.
Yeah.
And you like, yo, you just being a little punk.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah. It's like in a way off comparison, it's like good cop, bad cop, right?
Exactly.
It's like the good cop is actually a bad cop. He's just playing a good
Yeah.
cop.
Exactly.
And the bad cop is still a bad cop, but it's like at least he being truthful.
Exactly.
Right? So it's like, which one is the real one?
Uh-huh.
And are they both the same? But they're different all at the same time. I got
Doing
you.
it all at the same time.
I got you. So it's funny. We started off with talking about parenting in this pandemic, and we kind of ended right at that.
Exactly.
You know,
so that's why parenting been. That's why the kids shouldn't go to school.
Yeah. Especially the sneaky
Yeah,
one.
that's just sneaky ass ones.
That's the one that's gonna take the other kids back.
Oh yeah, or fucking pick the kid's ass up and like skip school altogether, little motherfucker.
Yo, you know what's funny? Like, imagine if we grew up in this pandemic. Ever thought about that? Like everything that like we are going through right now.
But I was a good kid of the whole family. I'm the middle child, so I was always
I
the
was
good
a bad kid.
kid. I can't, you know what it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was definitely the bad one. I'm trying to see if my other. None of them was really that close. I was the bad one. Yeah,
I was such a mama's boy. I can't even do it. And I love school. I like school. I went to school.
See, the thing is, you're not the oldest.
Yeah, right. You.
What happened? The oldest one is always the one that is discovering the world, right?
Yeah.
And along the way, you're making mistakes, right?
Yeah.
And you don't know you're making the mistakes until it's already been done.
Yeah.
And sometimes, even after you make that mistake, you remember that's all you remembered. And it could be because either the parents gave you too much freedom because you were the first and they were learning to be parents. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's just more like you as the older one, you're kind of like, nah, I want to be on my own. And
Or if I did something good, I'm gonna get my ass whooped. That's right.
It could be that too.
Yeah, it was definitely that. It was nothing to just learn the world. Fuck the world.
Me getting my ass whipped never really changed a lot.
Yeah, it changed for me. Boy, I was such a mama's boy. Got that first ass whooping. I was like, God damn.
See, the thing, I was getting ass whooped by my dad. I was getting ass whooped by my mom.
But you know what the funny thing is? You ever saw Glory?
Of course I see.
You saw when Denzel was getting his ass
with that tear, that whip on his back.
My big brother was just like the same. I felt like he was just looking at me while he's getting his ass whipped. He's just tear on his tear down his eyes, looking at me like kid. I like, yo, how can you take that ass whipping, man?
See, the thing, like when I used to take ass whipping by my dad, that shit would hurt like a motherfucker, almost to the point where I wanted to call the cops.
Right?
Because that shit hurt. But
you about to like run away with just a fucking?
I couldn't run away. I'm Cape Verdean. There's no such thing. Where would I go? See, the thing about Cape Verde, you run away wherever you go, they're gonna snitch on you anyway.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter where you go. Like I go, my uncle's out, they're gonna call my pap, be like, he's here.
Yeah, right. That motherfucker here.
Yeah,
he's in that barn real quick. What the fuck he's doing?
It's like, and on top of that, then if I do run away, when I get home, my ass whooping will get even worse. So there was no running away. The thing is, when my dad used to hit me, when I used to get the ass whooping, I would feel it.
Yeah.
And I would feel that shit for days. It got to the point I remember growing up. I started to keep a streak. I was like, how long can I go until I get ass whooping? Because, D, my record was 12.
12 days?
I used to count literally. I used to be like, whatever I did, I messed up something, whether it was in school, something else. And I remember I get the ass whooping and that shit with her. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna do no bad things. And I'll be on like day number 6. Be like, oh, good, and then by day 12, I did something, itch. Boom.
You got that itch.
Was already coming out. Now, when my mom used to do it, I used to play it off.
Because it never hurt, right? Like my mom used to do it, it never hurt. Like you'd be like fake crying, like, shit.
I used to play it off like, that hurt. That way she could stop, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it wasn't hurting.
Never, definitely never hurt.
Oh man. But that's the thing is that's the life that we used to live, and it's different nowadays, you know what I mean? Not that we still won't whoop our kids if they act up, but it's different nowadays, and parenting is just different now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know, man. I can't beat my kids. Like they got it good. The kids these days can't get their ass whooped no more.
Depends. I probably can't say it on the airwaves, so I'll agree.
No,
with you
they can't get their ass. Yo, if you not well, you can get them a slap. You give them a slap on the hand, but
can't. You can't. It's not that kind of day in life right now in society. You can't use weapons.
Yeah.
You can't use a belt.
Can't do it. Hands is good. But at the end of the day, I always say this: these kids these days, they remember every single shit that you do now. So it's one of those things. Back in the day, it was perfectly fine, and especially coming from like people from the islands, that was perfectly fine. I'm Jamaican, so they do it. But in fact, in Jamaica, the teachers could like whoop the kids' ass too in Jamaica.
So like I heard, I was too young to remember. I heard that in school it was the same thing in Cape Verde, but in Cape Verde, it was like they would grab a ruler.
Yep, they have a switch.
But they would hit in the hands.
I think I haven't, because I wasn't born in Jamaica. My family's Jamaican, but I wasn't born in Jamaica. But I heard that they got switches on there. So
and they don't play.
Who knows? Nowadays, you can't. It's at the end of the day, these kids, like I've seen some kids that do need a good ass whipping. I'll be seeing online. I'm like, damn.
Oh, hell yeah.
But at the end of the day, once a kid, if you get that deep voice, they tend to be scared. Like my kids, they know my voice and the look. I got a look in the voice, and they stop.
Same thing. I got this like, it's like I have the opposite OG, just the GO.
GO, the go, the go.
Yeah, when the GO comes out, they know it's go time.
Oh yeah, I'm like a teddy bear though. So I'm a big dude, but to them, they get so scared because I'm a big dude. But I was like, nah.
Like me, it's like this. I don't know if it's just because of the way I got brought up and how aggressive my dad was. It was just. Like when I'm angry, and they know to switch it up. The thing is that it doesn't have to come out a lot because they're grown, you know what I mean? So now they know what's right and what's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that makes a big difference. Sometimes, you know what I think sometimes is if you just sit down with the kids and you just talk to them and you just tell them exactly what they did wrong, how to make it better. And I think sometimes that can go a long way. Sometimes it may not be just always just hitting them.
I just take shit away. That's all I care about. Take shit away. And they get so mad at that video game. No more Fortnite.
That's
take
a good
shit
one.
away.
That's a good one.
All I care about.
That's definitely a good one.
And I have no patience. I was like, you ain't getting it back for like a week. I'll make sure it's a week.
You know what? That's actually one of the probably biggest thing is withdrawals. Is just take that Fortnite Xbox controller. You know what I mean? And my son, his is the iPad.
Yeah.
If that iPad is taken away, you could pretty much look at him like he just lost like a limb.
You right?
You know what I'm saying? Oh, my arm, I need it back.
My middle child is the Fortnite. The first child is telling him that he can't play something or take his phone away. That's it. All it is.
That's all it is. Yeah.
That's why the little 4-month-old. I got to figure out what I got to take his ass away. Take his binky away.
Well, let's see.
Take his binky away. Don't. Well, you gotta feed him. So
is he teething yet?
Yeah, he's starting to teeth.
But then again, that's actually worse for you.
Yeah,
you're not hurting him as much as you hurt yesterday.
My ears be freaking blowing up.
Oh yeah, so it can't be that. Yeah, it's just a binky.
Yeah, just the binky, but he looks at me. He already got that attitude.
Yeah,
I already know already. He's gonna be a tough one. He already got attitude.
And the thing about him is that he can grow up in this life where it becomes more and more of you can't even kind of take like the approach could be different. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like we change as parents as times change.
Yeah,
and like my oldest son, I was a lot more aggressive with him, but my youngest one, I'm less aggressive because times have changed.
Time changed.
Now your youngest one, things will change too.
Such a pussy.
Yeah, and it's like,
I'm gonna be a pussy with him.
Yeah, exactly. and the thing is, he's also gonna be the baby, the young one, right? And as a baby, you always kind of tend to just let him
do whatever you want.
Whatever, yeah. It's like almost.
I don't know. The middle child always was the baby, so.
It changes. It's not because you want it to.
Right?
It just does.
Now the other one, the first child is almost like he doesn't get anything because he's the little emotional one out of the whole crew. The guy would cry for anything. I told him one time to sit down. He started crying. I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah. It's like the difference is that you can tell one of your child's, "Hey, put that down." The other you say, "Hey, can you put that down?"
Oh yeah.
And it is sometimes that's how you have to.
Such a wuss.
Yeah.
I told him.
See, my youngest, same thing. He's very emotional. It's
my first one is emotional. I don't know why he's so goddamn emotional.
It's
I gotta admit, I think I was emotional when I was young too.
We need a like a Dr. Phil
Yeah,
version.
we'll get a Dr. Phil over here.
Yeah, Dr. Phil.
There's a lot of Dr. You know who's a
Explains-
Dr. Phil? That goes straight to like the one of those book clubs. You see a lot of Dr. Phils. They always trying to teach you how to take care of your kids.
Of this versus that.
Yeah. I don't know. I was a little emotional too. So I know back in the day I was so emotional back in the day. So I was a little crybaby all the time. Cry like it was no tomorrow. I used to cry a lot back in the day. Actually, I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Nah, not me. Nah,
Yeah.
like I you know, maybe I just don't remember it. But I was more like it's like I didn't have a lot of emotions to cry.
I was a punk.
I did get emotional a little bit.
Yeah, I was a punk.
in Titanic.
I'm a Cancer, so I'm July. Those are emotional motherfuckers.
Nah, well, I'm a Scorpio, so apparently I have like what is it, 2 personalities, I guess.
Is that Gemini or is it Scorpio? Does it?
I don't know. I heard something.
I'm
like
not
that.
into astrology, but
I'm
I
not
know.
either.
I know.
Why'd you bring it up?
They say Cancer people are emotional. That's what someone told me.
I thought you said you're not
Yeah,
into.
I be seeing memes and they be saying never date a Cancer. I was like, what? I have the best relationships in my life.
If you watch Shy, they're saying that Scorpios cheat, right?
They say Cancer's like
What's the bipolar is the 2 fishes.
there's 2 fishes. What is that? Sagittarius?
No, it's Aquarius.
I don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
I think Aquarius. Nah, Sagittarius. Maybe that is a fish.
Who knows? Yin and Yang.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
Potato,
One
potato.
of those potato passata.
So emotion wise, I don't know. I think we are all emotional. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it goes. Sometimes we just can't control it. I think it is who you are.
You know
right?
who's men are more emotional than women. You can tell that right now.
Nah.
Yeah, it is, man. Men are more emotional than women. I know a lot.
Are they?
Yeah, think about it. Think about it. Let's say, for instance, you cheat on your girl on there. The girl will be like, "Oh, cry, want to whoop your ass," type deal. Let that girl cheat on you.
Y'all fucking destroy her. I'll kill her.
You go to jail.
Yeah,
So
can't say murder. No murdering here.
Don't even make her describe anything.
Yeah.
Like
Just say
what
you
you
go
did.
crazy.
Yeah, you go crazy, right?
You agree.
So you tell me,
Okay.
girls,
Alright.
they're strong.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
Men emotional, man.
Yeah.
But I could tell you this right now. If the girl describe what they did, boy, you be fucking going crazy.
So I guess that, like if you live in Utah right now, right?
Yeah.
You're a Mormon.
Yeah.
You got your 3 wives. All the 3 wives, they just living together. Like,
Right.
I got them Wednesday. Saturday me. and
You think that a girl could have 3 husbands? Hell the fuck no.
Yo, as soon as a husband 2 finds out husband 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, he got a what?
Yeah.
He did this.
He lasted how long?
What?
Oh, so I'm killing that mother.
We get 2 husbands. 2 husbands. Nah. Emotional human beings, men are.
Yeah, you're probably right. So now, is it something we're born with or is developed?
I don't know, man. It's tough. I think it's like a genetic with guy. Every guy that more was a what is guys X and Y chromosomes?
Yeah, X and Y
They
chromosomes.
probably
Yeah.
too much.
Could be.
Too much. Because a lot of they do say that men have some type of estrogen in their body. So they're probably a little bit too much. I just
Could
think
be.
there's a lot of emotions with guys.
Yeah. So the reason I bring that up is because is the whole thing of Mormons, right? Is
Yeah.
it like something that's just like biologically in them and they can't, like a wife will never have multiple husbands, right?
Yep.
But
Sure.
the husband have multiple wives, so it's almost
Exactly.
like wives can deal with this. So it must be like a biological thing, right? Something.
That's a good question.
Something in the genetics of somehow, right?
Who knows? Who knows? At the end of the day, I think it's just because the mindset of a man. You got to have one. No matter what, they could be sleeping with 10, 20 girls. They have to have that one girl. Women, they're just stronger. They're stronger.
Right.
Their mindset is a little bit stronger than men.
I think you just corrected me.
Yeah. No matter how you do it. I can guarantee you, when a woman lose a job, they try to go another job. When a man lose a job, it's like the whole fucking world is gone. Like they got to figure out how to get this.
Nobody never find out.
Oh yeah, and then this. Oh, I'm not gonna provide. Women already they know how to provide from the get. That's how it goes. Think about how a lion is. Think about how a pride is. A men were lazy. They lazy as hell. Sit down, go for the final kill.
Go hunt.
The woman go hunt for the kids.
The lioness go hunt.
That's how it is. I heard someone said this. men is probably the head of the household, but the woman is the neck that turned the head of the household. So basically, woman is really the mechanism of the household. The man is just the head of the household. But without that woman, you can't go nowhere.
It's like the men is the body of the car, but the woman's the actual engine that runs the car, right?
Exactly.
The car can look all pretty it can be, but if you don't have the engine, that shit ain't going nowhere.
It ain't going nowhere. Regardless how you put it, it ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I got you.
So, got the queens. They're the queens. We're the kings. They're the queens. That's how it is nowadays.
Yo, I would love to be like a fly on the wall, like in Egyptian time, when you had like the Egyptian kings and queens, how they used to live over there. Because at that point, if somebody acted up, they were getting killed right there. Right, like if let's say you were a queen, and let's say some dude acted up or did something, hey, go kill him right now. You go over there and kill him. So you can imagine how emotional the dudes would be. Right?
That's a lot of war was started by men. Yeah. Think about it. A lot of war started by men.
Like even if you go into in Great Britain, right? King Charles or Louis XIV, all of them. I'm sure if somebody acted up in the village, they're like, yo, go kill him, hang him right now. Without even question, because they're that emotional. Women be like, give him a second chance. Like,
well, they probably would, but a lot of emotions. I tell you, men. I don't even think men have.
Like, it wasn't that bad, Tell us a joke. It wasn't that bad.
But if you had that power, I'd probably do the same thing. If I was like,
off with his head,
Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
or have some type of crazy little death. Like cut off his nipples and put it on his cheeks. Sew it right on his cheeks and see if he'll like that.
Grab a rock, put it up his butt.
That's not that bad.
It's kind of disgusting.
It's not disgusting, but he could have shit out the rock. I want something permanent.
This is where the podcast is coming to.
All right. So we done? We done for today?
Yeah, I think we good. I think thanks for listening to the show. More to come next week. We
got to figure out what days these things are. But thanks for looking. Obviously, you can visit us on @FellasCorners on Instagram. If you have any questions, just email us. If you have any type of topics that we want to concern, just message me on Instagram. All right, we out of here. Let go.
Later, fellas.
As I said before, live life, love life. We out. Thank you for hanging out with us on The Corner. If you enjoyed the conversation we had, please come back next week on The Corner with the Fellas. My name is D, and that other guy named OG. See you later.